She came storming down the sidewalk like she owned the whole street, clutching that bright yellow slip like it was the Constitution itself. Karen didn't bother knocking. She shoved the paper right into my wife's hands and shouted, "You people think the rules don't apply to you? That's a $300 fine for leaving your trash cans out." My wife barely blinked. She walked over to the shredder in our garage, slid the paper in, and watched it turn to ribbons. Karen gasped so loudly it drew half the cul-de-sac to their windows. "That's destruction of HOA property!" she shrieked, pulling out her phone. "I'm calling the cops!" I was sipping my coffee on the porch, trying not to laugh. Minutes later, a patrol car rolled up, sirens fading as two officers stepped out. Karen practically ran to them, waving her hands like she'd caught a fugitive. "Arrest them! She destroyed official documents," she yelled, pointing at my wife, who was now watering the plants like nothing had happened. The taller officer turned to us and asked calmly, "Ma'am, is that true?" My wife just smiled and said, "If by official you mean a printed Word document with Comic Sans font, then yes." Neighbors chuckled, phones recording every second. Karen wasn't done. She pointed at me next. "And him? He's the ringleader. You need to take him in for repeated violations." The officer walked toward me, face serious, and I braced for the worst. Then he stopped, squinted, and his expression completely changed. "Wait, General Blake?" The street went dead silent. Karen froze mid-sentence, her jaw dropping. The officer snapped to attention, giving me a crisp salute. "Sir, I served under you in Kandahar. You saved my unit." Gasps rippled through the crowd. My wife raised an eyebrow, clearly enjoying the show. Karen stammered, "Good General? He can't be—" But the officer cut her off. "Ma'am, I suggest you head home before you cause more trouble." Her face turned the color of a stop sign. She muttered something about lawsuits, then stomped back to her SUV. As she screeched away, neighbors burst out laughing, cheering, some even clapping. My wife handed me the watering can and whispered, "Guess we don't need a shredder next time." "We've got you."